see questions.
Yes. Yes, we are live. I'll tweet.
Get the tweeter. Dan, do you have Instagram?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tweet on. Go get that. Oh, yes. Another PGA championship is here. We were just Ryan and I were just reminiscing on the Scratch Gambler live about the brief feeling that we had a chance at Oakmont. Great times.
Yeah.
I believe that was last time on a Saturday we thought Jordan Spieth could win a golf tournament since.
Yeah, I mean, we're certainly not live yet, but I'd be pretty pessimistic to say that we'll have as good a shot at any point this week as he had on
We're
that
live.
Saturday. Oh, we're not podcasting though, are we?
No, we don't we haven't done that. We haven't started the What's in the glass for Mr. Carp tonight?
It's a Guinness to start.
Nice.
Keywords to start.
Oh yes. A lot of alcoholic beverages will be needed to get through this week.
Yeah, well.
Well, actually, they could need to be cutting back on it because of the early wake up times.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be up at 5:40 tomorrow. Sheesh.
No worries. I mean I love getting up early for majors.
Oh, oh, I would love to do it too. I kind of wish I was on the West Coast because Spieth's done by 11 local and get
Oh
on
yeah.
with your day.
Oh yeah. All right, I think we're good.
Good to be good.
All right, viewers, who do we have in here? 28 people should be good. Bunker
Oh
game has got to be better
shit.
this week. Well said. But let's get this started, and then we can really
Ramble.
dive into some of these early comments. You want me to start?
Yeah, you can start.
All right. Just let me know when, or just do the recording, and I'll start.
Okay. I have permission?
Yep.
All right, let's do it. Oh, come on, G. There we go.
Hello, everyone. It is a special week for the Go Get That podcast. It is our fifth PGA preview, as it is the Slam week. It's brutally our his ninth chance to win the Slam, I think. Maybe eighth, maybe 10th, but something around there. There's been a lot of chances and not many actual chances. So we're hoping that we can fix that this week. But I wish I think we all share the same sentiment that we wish we were feeling a little better than we do. But it's still. I said this in a video. Rich Beam won the PGA Championship. So if Rich Beam can do it, Jordan Spieth can do it. You never know. Anything can happen. And there's just a lot of things that are going to need to be improved on. Someone said that the bunker game's got to be better. It does. You'd think that the diabolical greens would play into his hands because more people will be missing short putts, but we've seen at U.S. Opens that that's not the case. And yeah, I apparently everything's. One of our viewers says that everything looks dialed from his in-person experience. I don't know how much I take that into account because we watch him.
Eh.
He was on course record watch at the Port Rush on the Wednesday. But you know, it's just we're here. It's a treat to be able to even have the opportunity to do something like the Career Grand Slam, and it's always fun to have hope at the start of the week. We'll see. I think it's probably a 50-50 whether we have more hope now or through 9 holes, but I don't know. I'll start by saying I'm pessimistic this week just because it really doesn't seem like the driver um the driver doesn't seem like it's going to show up at a golf course like this. Now, I don't know how important it's going to be to drive the ball straight. So we'll see how that affects it. But he drove the ball well for a bit at Quill Hollow, which was nice. Um, and obviously the story ends up being the putter most of the time, and putter's the putter. So yeah,
I was curious if I would out negative you tonight, because we didn't get to chat in the Quail recap. It was just Dan and I assume you saw I titled the Quail recap. Um,
I did.
what did I title it exactly?
Is
Is Jordan's.
2026 a lost year, right?
Yeah, so that was the takeaway after the Truist. And yeah, until proven otherwise, I think I'm going to keep on that notion. Um, yeah, pessimistic for this week. I put in our group chat if I could either bet Jordan to finish top 20 or to miss the cut, I would take the miss the cut bet. I believe it's plus 160, whereas the top 20 is plus 210. I don't even really care about. I think it's more likely he misses the cut than he top 20s. Yeah, I've had the luxury of having a few of our followers on site so far this week, yesterday and today. Seems like he hit some good shots in the practice round, and then I heard today later as the round went on, it was very, very windy today. That was a little bit ugly, but main takeaway, I believe he spent 3 hours at the practice facility today between the putting green, the range, and yeah, for my liking, that's a lot of time to be at the practice facility. I think he probably spent just as much time at the practice facility as he did playing holes. But yeah, he could have done. I mean, yeah, we saw it at Port Rush, Bob. He played great on Wednesday and ended up, what was he, 4 under through nine, 4 over through nine. Um, so yeah, I think we do this every single major. We try and get ourselves up by how we hear he's playing in the practice round, how the range session's going. Really just no expectations for this week, just hoping to be proved wrong.
It's really unfortunate for Dan Hugo just because we really did. There really was a point in this year where it was looking like we were going to keep progressing, and it's really been a regression since then. Uh, it's one thing if you have these spells and you contend at your highest, but that was more the problem. He didn't contend when he was playing good golf, and that's a real issue. I just find it very hard to believe that he's going to come in here with all this pressure and not only play well with how he's been playing, but answer that call and be a champion and contend when he has no contending experience this year. I mean, the last time he's really contended on a weekend we are talking about is probably Saturday at Oakmont. And that was very frisk contention. So it's, yeah, I mean, he had the 7 under at a Doral, but that didn't amount to anything. Um, it's just concerning, really. Dan, I'd love to hear whether you. I don't think you'll out pessimistic me and Jordan, but
No, I was trying to come up with a formula for how to be optimistic here, which I think I've got one. But as Jordan said, I mean, 3 hours on the practice range, like unless something clicked, which the chances are it didn't click, I think we're gonna see a lot of what we've seen all season, and that's fine. Um, it just means it's not gonna go very well. The path to positivity, I suppose, is that this course is gonna be pretty just hit it far and hit a wedge. Now, if you hit it far and straight and you can hit a wedge, you can get it into the right spots on the right slopes, have some good looks at birdie. This is the best wedge season he's had in a long time. He's also driving at the best he has in a while. The last 2 weeks were best 2 weeks of the season, and last week was better than Doral. So you put that together, drive it well, wedge it well, you're going to have a lot of 5, 6 footers for birdie, which is great if you could make 5 or 6 footers at a consistent clip, which we know, even if Mills has had good weeks, that's still been an area of struggle outside of the 1 week at the Genesis. So you could kind of put together two pieces of a puzzle to have a good week, get in contention, play well, even win, but then you look at all of the other pieces that need to come together and it's like, well, falls short there, falls short there. And you say that he falls short there because you have no evidence of him actually putting it together in that respect. Um, to me, it feels like wedge play and putting inside of 10 feet are just going to be the important parts here. Unless the wind really picks up and eliminates a lot of the short hitters, I think good chunk of this field can win. If you get hot inside of 130 and you get him hot inside of 10 feet. Can Spieth do that? Can get hot inside of 130. I don't know about getting hot inside of 10 feet. And it's a major, so you kind of have to factor in the fact that something in his bag is just not going to work because that's just seems to be how it goes. Um, but other than that, I feel great. I feel like this is we're gonna bust this week.
I mean, yeah,
I,
that's the formula. I mean, yeah. You're
I,
right though. Something will go wrong. Like that's just
yeah,
how it works.
yeah, you're right. It really has been every part of the game has showed up at some point, and it's nice that he notices that, and it's frustrating him. It seems like recently, the last few weeks, he's been more frustrated, which is a good thing. Um, I will say that the one part of his game that really hasn't had a stretch where it was great is the bunker play, and there are a lot of bunkers here. I mean, it is the bunk when he goes into a bunker, you're like 6 feet to 8 feet is good for him right now. And that's not a formula for success in an old Northeast style golf course like this. There are bunkers all over the place. And yeah, I just, it stinks to be this pessimistic. I don't see a world in which not only does everything come together, but he's going to have to find a way to do things better than he has this year if he's going to win here. And I really do think that the positivity that I have for Jordan Spieth, it just doesn't surround this week. I really do think that I'm excited for how he starts to change things because of how frustrated he's getting from not being able to put it all together. And I think that that's why this maybe won't be a lost year. I mean, it might be on the in the result category, but I do think that um, changes are inevitably going to have to come this year, um, which is good. But in terms of this week, I mean, we're it's pretty grim. I hate to say it, but we call it as we see it, and I mean anything can happen. But I mean I'm coming into this week feeling pretty hopeless in terms of a win.
I so I to your point, I think the grimness stems more from, or at least should stem more from previous play this year. Because I actually, in some ways, it's a pretty decent like how the course is going to play fit for what he's done well this year or what he's doing well now, which is kind of interesting in some ways. Like tee to green, I think he'll actually play pretty well this week. I think the wedge play will find a little bit of form, and if he continues to drive it the way he has the past 2 weeks, like you're gonna give yourself a lot of birdie putts that way. Problem is, which we've documented well over the course of this year and the past really six or 7 years. He just doesn't putt in major championships. He does
No.
not make putts in major championships. And I think through Thursday through probably 13 or 14 holes, we're going to be looking at it like, dude, if he could putt, he'd be 3, 4, 5 under right now. And he's going to be one, and it's going to be frustrating. And there'll be some stupid bogey or two down the stretch, and he'll finish one over and be eight, 8 back. And that's kind of, we've seen that story before. Um, that feels like the predictable path. Um, but I mean, you don't follow Spieth for predictability, right? So why not us? Why not put together a day, string together another 18, get yourself in the mix on Saturday, and let the Spieth contingent come out and will you to an elite finish. Why not?
Yeah, why not? I agree. I also think it's been a very long time since someone's won a major in the fashion that Spieth would have to win this one. I mean, all year he's rarely been on the leaderboard on Sunday. He doesn't make putts in major championships. I mean, so many things are going to have to be different this week than every other thing we're used to,
Yeah.
which is very unfortunate. There's really nothing going in that you're like, wow, like this could lead to a win. Or if the putts just fall, I mean, it's not just the putts. That's the problem. If we were talking about, well, if the putts fall this week, we have a chance. That's still a pretty grim outlook because the putts don't fall at major championships. But at least there's a chance. Like everything is going to have to be better than I currently think it is, and it's not great. But I don't know. Jordan, what?
I mean, someone in chat wanted positivity. I mean, he's in the field. I mean, it's better than not being in the field, which means he has a chance to win. I mean, he's not in the you look at the data golf model, like he doesn't have an INF, not an infinite odds, like he's got a number next to his name. Rich Beam won. Rich Beam won. I mean, it can happen, but he's just not trending, guys. It's funny. He says he's close all the time, and I do think he was. I think, heading
I
into the
think for a while he
Masters,
was.
I mean, he was what? T I don't know, what was he? If it would load here. He was 12th in my model. Like he was trending going into the Masters. These last three events, outside of a really hot Thursday at the Cadillac, have kind of been disasters. He's gotten worse. He's just not playing as good as he was a couple months ago, and that's the sad reality. Can he wake up this week? Sure, but can he wake up and win the thing, which is the only thing that matters? Probably not. Um,
Yeah.
it just is what it is. I know people want positivity. He hasn't really provided it over the last 12 rounds outside of one hot Thursday. It's just maybe he can find it. I like to say sometimes, I think sometimes that he's more confident in himself than we are. And I think I might have said that last week, and last week didn't go very well. So we'll see how it goes. It really wouldn't shock me tomorrow morning, guys, if he got off to a really good start, like 3 under through seven. And then you get
Well,
the tough 17th and 18th, and we've seen his inability to close out rounds this year. So yeah,
I will like to because someone asked that in the chat. What are your takes on starting 10 versus 1? I think it's a very good thing. The back nine is going to be much harder this week. The 13 through 18 stretch is very difficult, and 1 through 7 are all wedges. So if you start on 1 through 7, and I mean, it's going to be like Pebble Beach, essentially. You're going to have to get your birdies in the first 7 holes. And yeah, there's still some spots on 10, 12, 11, but if
9.
if he was 4 under through 7, I mean, it's basically a guarantee that it was going to crumble on the back nine. I like starting on 10. If you can just grind out a few pars and get to the back nine, 1 under, I mean, then he has a chance to shoot a really good score. I think 8 under leads tomorrow, probably. Um, and the winner's probably around 15, 16, 17, 18. But I think getting off to a good start is important, but I 8 and 9 too are just they're tricky golf holes. Long par five and really long par three. It's it's gonna be tough to get that round to the house, and it would suck. But I wouldn't be shocked at all if he yet again finds himself in a spot where he finishes his round worse than he got to at some point. And yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's getting to the house has been a real problem for him recently.
Kind of in the truest recap touched on, I guess indirectly, the getting to the house part. Jordan mentioned the like band-aid that sort of gets put on before a lot of these tournaments. It feels like I think in some ways there's a lot of healing that still needs to happen, but go out to the tournament, throw the band-aid on each week. And maybe, each time you need less of a band-aid, but at some point it's gonna unravel, whether that's Thursday, whether that's excuse me, through 7 or through 14 or by 18. Um, and then trying to reapply the band-aid as the week goes on is also uh, tough. And I think that's kind of the state where we're at is I it's hard to say he's trending until we start completing rounds. Like once rounds start to get completed, you can start to look at completing like sets of rounds and then tournaments. And just at this point, I he hasn't really played a complete round, at least in a while. And some of the ones he has played have been on Saturday in these no cut stupid signature events where he's already 12 back and here comes a 3 under weekend. And it's like, oh, great, T12. Like it you would like for there to be more building upon things, but ultimately we're still in the band-aid stage. Um, I don't foresee that changing this week. I mean, the thought I had if we're talking about winning, because obviously that's what really sort of matters here. I know we're only in year 2 of 15, but like I can't even think of a path of him winning because he's not going to be the front runner who holds on. It would have to be like something crazy where he makes 6 birdies at the back on Sunday and a few guys falter is the only path I see. And the 6 birdies is crazy, right? But it would have to be some sort of comeback to win at any tournament, let alone this one this week. Does
A
it just
Southern Hills type of JT win.
Which wouldn't
yeah,
happen for Speed.
yeah. But even I don't even remember if JT really like JT I felt like was there the whole time. Obviously he got very lucky. I'm not saying that. But it sort of feels like Spieth would have to be like on the fringes of there and then, make an eagle, which he loves to do. And then pour in a couple more birdies, make a nice par on 18. The wind starts blowing and he gets lucky. Like
Yeah,
that
I don't think it's
would
very
happen.
important to stress for people who are looking um, for something to look forward to this week. I mean, these finishes are because of rounds that happen well after he's in garbage time. I mean, he's shooting good rounds on Saturday and Sunday in morning conditions, um, with no cut, and he is for the most part he's while he's in the tournament he's playing like a miscut T45 golfer right now. Um, when he's out of the tournament, he starts to do things. So I don't really know why that is. It's got to be mental, you'd think. Easier conditions certainly helps, but like he hasn't played many big rounds or good rounds in while the tournament's still attainable.
No, no, not at all. I mean, you like we're talking all like what needs to go right in terms of the golf swing and the putter, and we're not even in the mental game. I
Yeah.
mean, if he somehow found himself in the mix on a Saturday, like what the heck would happen then? He just hasn't done it enough to get accustomed to it. I think he got some reps in Doral at Doral doing that, maybe Pebble Beach, maybe. But I mean, again, I think I've talked about it so many times. It's like Rory eventually broke through because he gave himself a million chances. Jordan doesn't give himself any. I mean, in majors, any. Not, let alone a regular tour event. Who knows? I mean, you never know.
It's been one. I mean, Jordan Spieth has had a real chance to win a major once since he's last won. Like literally just St. George's, where he's had a
Yeah,
legit chance to win during the golf tournament. That's one chance in
9 years.
35 to 40 tries. He does not make putts in major championships. That's the difference.
no. The greens are too
Um,
hard.
the greens are too hard. The moments. Yeah. I mean, PGA Tour greens, you know exactly what they're going to do because you play them every year. Um, he's not a good green reader. He's not. Like the strokes, fine. He doesn't push and pull putts very often. He misjudges the speed and he misjudges the read. So, I mean, we all saw it. I was talking with Ryan earlier how Ryan was like, what was worse, watching in person last year or Pinehurst? I said Pinehurst just because I actually had a lot of fun watching last year. It was pretty awesome having even a feeling that he was going to have a chance on Saturday.
At a U.S.
And
Open.
I mean, Pinehurst was the most frustrating watch ever. I mean, us three all marching the grounds. Actually, just me and Dan, because Jordan was always running well in front of us. But
Sprinting the
uh,
grounds.
yeah, sprinting the grounds.
My
But
sprinting days might be over.
yeah,
The play's not good enough. It's just
no,
not.
it's just it's not. The putts don't go in,
No.
and
He's
he's
put
very he's very stubborn when it comes to putting. He doesn't change his approach. So
he's putted well, and I think one major in the last 6 years.
yeah,
I
I mean,
mean,
some guy just mentioned it. Banning the greens books has
maybe
been
two.
that was a big change in Spieth's career. Like the timetable syncs up. He's been a bad putter in majors ever since the greens books were taken away. They really
It's a
have.
shame it's a shame the media isn't, good enough at their jobs to ask him that because it's all available data. But I'd love for him to get a question like you've lost strokes putting in 12 of the last 18 majors, and that associates with the greens books being taken out of your hand. Is there any correlation there? But media struggling, it's fine. I get it. It's funny you mentioned where you've been talking about the green reading and the greens. I got to look at the some of the slopes. It's kind of funny. Everyone's talking about this golf course's main defense is the greens, which I understand because it just doesn't have any other defense systems. Um, it's funny. You can look on Tourcast and like read the greens. I think the toughest green here at Aronimink might be very comparable to the easiest green at Oakmont. For all the talk these greens are getting, I mean, Oakmont is, I mean, you got to see it in person, Bob. It's night and day, which I think the scoring will show that. I mean, Oakmont, what Spawn won at even par, right? And the winner here will be 18 to 20 under,
People
something in that
don't
range, probably.
understand like how like Oakmont's not a super long golf course. And yes, the rough's thick, but if you had a bunch of fairways, you're still probably going to play bad. Like people don't understand how like that's basically a defenseless golf course as well. Oakmont. The greens are that hard.
Yeah.
Seeing them in person was unbelievable. Um, but I do think that the way the players have talked about it, that these greens will be really tricky. Definitely good for a three putt this week. I'm sure basically everyone's going to be good for a three putt
Putt,
this week.
putt, add the S, at least for our guy.
Yes, yes, putts.
Putts.
Um,
Like they're tricky, but they're just not like, I mean, we'll see tomorrow. They don't, they're the defense system because there's just nothing else. I mean, you get wedges in your hand for the first 7 holes. It's like, they're fine, but I don't like, we'll see Shinnecock in a month, and those are going to be way tougher. I guarantee it.
I agree, but we'll see. Do you
We,
guys?
ex-
What'd you say?
we excited for the venue at all?
Yes,
Okay. That's good.
I'm excited for the unknown. I like golf courses that we haven't seen.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember Aronimink. Maybe you guys do, but I don't remember Aronimink from when it was on the tour for a few years, and I think they
It's
played a PGA
funny.
Championship in like when was the last PGA Championship here, or was there one? I don't know.
Um,
BMW in 2018.
yeah, I don't know if they've hosted the PGA. It's funny, Bob. When I created my Instagram account, I think this was one of the first events I covered 8 years ago. And it didn't go well for Jordan, which in that 2018 season, not much did, especially down the stretch. And of course, that's when the downfall really started. But it was a T50 something for Jordan here in 18. So that's great. Completely different golf course, obviously, but I think it would help if he had. I don't think it hurts him, but it would definitely would help a little bit. Losing my voice if he played well here in that BMW in 2018,
Yeah.
which was won by the ex-captain Keegan. Um,
X.
yeah, X. It was a T55 for Spieth. Lost strokes on the greens. Could be a preview of this week. Who knows?
Yeah. I think if it could be a rough next two major championships for Jordan. Um, we always have the Open.
Yeah, it's our event.
He really does find a way to play well at the Open, even in his worst years. So
I think what's interesting to me about when we think about the majors from a perspective of the Texan, uh, the U.S. Open is starting to feel not more gettable in terms of winning, but just like, oh, he could actually have a decent finish here because he can make a birdie on any hole, and everybody else is going to make bogeys, and there might be enough birdies to salvage a finish.
I completely agree. I think that someone asked, is Frisco a good course for Jordan next year? And when it was announced, it basically fit Jordan's game to a T, but Jordan's game has changed so much that I don't even know if it does anymore.
Someone asked me that on Instagram earlier. I mean, we haven't seen it. Like, I haven't watched the two events it's hosted. It's very long. I know that. It's like 7,800 yards, I think. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's in Texas, so that's good. But like, we haven't seen it. It's kind of like this week, Bob. I mean, I was asking Elise for the course comps for my model that I put together, and it's like she gave me Philly Cricket, which we've seen once, Oak Hill, which we've seen once, and this place in 18 I used, and it's like there's just not a lot there. Which I think to Dan's point, which you mentioned earlier, if you're trying to find someone at over 100 to 1 or 75 to 1, it's probably this week. I mean, you obviously have your Stallion, Scotty, and Rory, but like it would not be surprising at all if tomorrow morning someone's 500 through 9 and it's like a name that's like, okay, like it's not a star. It's just someone who can go out and shoot 500 through 9.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ryan thinks that there's only a handful of guys that can win this week. I think I disagree with that as well.
Yeah, I
Uh,
disagree.
Well, it'd be interesting because ultimately this is I think by the end of the week we'll be saying that this course is not a major championship golf course, um, which is unfortunate. I think the PGA is truly like a glorified PGA Tour event in a lot of ways. Um, or I guess an old PGA Tour event with actually a full field and like a legit kind of depth to the field where you're gonna get Tom Hoagie 5 under through 8 and some random dude is going to make a charge. Yellow Miraju is going
Yes.
to make a charge
That's
on
the name right
Saturday.
there.
Be
John
600.
Vegas 600 to 1.
Right.
I take a
Ult
zero off that.
ultimately, the
Two.
the cream will rise to the top, but kind of makes me think that it's just like and maybe this is just how the PGA is, and I think it's not true at the Masters, the US Open or the Open, just in a different way. Like the best player, it's about how you score this week, and the best player is going to win this tournament. Um, and it'll be very uh clear who that is because they'll have to play like four actually really good rounds of golf. I think you can go to the US Open, and what's great about it is you can scrap a 73 and you are very much in the golf tournament and you didn't have your best stuff. I think out here you gotta your worst stuff has to be a couple under. And that's still pretty darn good. You're still beating the field by, I mean, especially with the PGA pros, um, you'll still be beating the field by 3 or 4 shots around. Um, and I just don't. Spieth is not close to the best player in the field by a long shot. Um, whereas I think if we were playing at Shinnecock right now, I would feel one giddy because it's Shinnecock, but two just a little bit more like, hey, like have some short game magic and some weird putts go in and make some birdies on some stupid holes and you're right there in a US Open. But this no, this is like you can't fake it around here for 4 days and feel or magic around here for 4 days. You got to be really on your stuff. So
Tend to agree. Yeah, I will say it is nice we haven't seen this place in 8 years. It's like I think at the end of the week I'm going to be looking back and it's going to be like, would I've rather have been here at Quail Hollow? And I think my answer is probably going to be here regardless. It's new for us, which is cool. As kind of Bob said, it's like it's different. I can appreciate that. But yeah, we've played it on PGA Tour 2K quite a bit, Dan. It's fine. The par
yeah,
threes seem hard, but there's just not there's better golf courses. And I think I saw someone on Twitter, and I get it that a lot of the memberships don't, want the golf course. They don't want the event at their property or they're not long enough, but it's probably like the fifth or sixth best course in the Philly area. It's like, it's fine. Um, I think we all prefer when majors are a little bit tougher and we might get our socks blown off this week. Um, I do think if we get the weatherman hat on, weatherman Dan here, the wind will be blowing a little bit, which should provide some sort of a challenge. I think it's going to be 8 plus at a minimum every single day, which will be nice. And yeah, I mean, through our PGA Tour 2K tribulations trials, Dan, the fairways are hard to hold. I mean, if it's firm out there and it's bouncy, they're not crazy wide. I mean, we had quite a few balls in our, simulation where if you were hitting the fairway, you better be hitting the fairway in the right spots for it to be bouncing in the rough. And it's funny, we were talking earlier, Bob, about trading rounds at our clubs, and I saw Worcester is a Donald Ross design.
Oh yeah.
So your home course is designed by the same guy that's designed Aronimink. So I don't know
Oh
if you've
yeah.
seen any similarities or anything like that, but I found that to
Very,
be pretty
very,
cool.
very similar golf courses. Bunkering and greens defense at both of them. The only problem is same reason why Worcester doesn't host tournaments anymore. Donald Ross designs have simply been aged out. The professional game just bunkers are easier than rough, so bunkers really aren't a defense anymore. For professionals, I'm sure Runnemake is actually a great golf course for an amateur.
Yeah.
Um, but you know these guys hit so high, and they play on such hard greens every week. I mean, the defenses of this place have just been outdated by technology. So yeah, very similar golf courses. Doesn't mean it's a bad golf course by any means. It looks like a great golf course. But for professionals, um, it probably will struggle to hold up. And we probably at the end of the week will be saying it's probably not a major championship golf course. But I'll give it the benefit. I'll go into it with an open mind. Um, maybe it surprises us. Who knows? Maybe the rough is long enough where it'll provide a challenge. Maybe the greens are firm enough. But just knowing Donald Ross designs, which Worcester is, like bunkers are used to be a real penalty before technology, and they're just not anymore. So bunkers being a defense really isn't. It's really just not. It's not good enough for professional to make it tough on a professional.
Agreed. I hate to go full Gary Player here, but I mean, every single time Gil Hanse restored this course, Gil takes
Gilliam's
out
just restored.
trees.
Gilliam's
Go ahead.
just restored Worcester 2 years ago as well.
Why is he taking out trees on every golf course?
I don't know.
I mean, I think the players all have the same opinion. Like trees are one of the defenses of these golf courses because you just bomb it down there and there's no trees in the rough, you're going to be fine. You keep the trees. I feel full Gary Player here. There's a defense.
Yeah,
And
if you
certain
ever come, to be fair, I don't know if you had this in Baltimore, but there was a huge like beetle infestation in Worcester like 10 years ago, which was the cause for most of the trees coming down. But he took a few trees out when he restored it. And, you know, when you come play at Jordan, I'll show you after what it looked like when my dad grew up playing it. It's an unrecognizable golf course.
That's what Gil does. I mean,
Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah.
Hands, man. I mean, gets the chainsaws out and just fills these courses.
Yeah. My least favorite change that he did is it used to be he connected two of the fairways and took out a big tree that was in the middle of the two of them, which if you hit it anywhere on the left side of the fairway, it funneled to where the tree was blocking out your second shot.
That's
And now
pathetic from
you
Gil.
aim left because there's out of bounds right. So now you just fire it down the third fairway and it's fine. So I don't know why we're taking trees out.
This is what Gil
Um,
wants.
I think it's what the members want.
You don't want it.
No, I don't. But
Did Bob get a vote on the course redesigner?
no,
That's
should have.
it's good for your father though. I mean, more, less trees probably better, right?
Yes, absolutely. Definitely better. And my dad did get a vote.
Oh,
So
come on.
I wonder how he voted in that realm, but I don't think he likes it. I think he probably voted against it because
A tr
my dad loved the old Worcester when it was
the
when he
traditionalist.
yeah.
Who's your
So
dad's pick this week? Did you
I mean his favorite golfer like is Cam Young. So
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
He picked
he
Cam Young at the players, right?
yeah, you picked Cam Young at the Masters. Remember?
Okay, so he's got Cam winning everything. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I mean, he said watch out for Cam Young this week at the Masters, and we were basically saying we don't really feel like he was going to be the guy that week, and he was. He was right there.
yeah, no, I mean it's highly
Nice to be a
respectable,
fan
but
of someone who's as good as Cam Young.
yes, no, he's won golf tournaments recently and plural tournaments we have been on 4 years, but I mean we keep trying. I mean, you can't fault our effort. You can
It
fault
is
Spieth's effort.
incredible that
Just kidding.
we sit here every tournament for 4 years and deal with the same stuff over and over and over again.
A fun player. I mean, he's we. I think you texted me this last night, Dan, or I don't know if it was 2 nights ago, but the golf gods owe us. It's like
Oh yeah,
they
they do.
Spieth is going to give all his fans that unreal level of joy again. It's the quote from Dan. It's very true. Like I think Bob, you tweeted it out maybe 2 weeks ago. It's like the people that are saying he's never going to win again are crazy. It's like I don't know. He seems too into the game and too much work is being put in to not get a reward at some
Yeah,
point. And I think he's mentioned having to be patient.
he's doing the wrong things. Like he's working on the wrong things, but a blind squirrel. You know, at least the work's there.
Yeah,
Eventually the nut will be found.
yeah. Yeah,
You
no, I
should
And
agree.
then when the nut's found, he's gonna have to retrain his mental game. And then maybe in like year 8 of the 15-year plan, we're back to a great player.
Year 8, he would be 39,
Sheesh.
38, 39.
Be 30.
Sheesh, that's even
No,
scarier.
no.
Oh boy, yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
year 8, I'll be 27. That's crazy.
I mean, let's let's stay in year 2 for now, fellas.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I mean, who knows? We're gonna hit the shot, or he's gonna hit the shots tomorrow, and who knows? It would be, I think Bob, you mentioned it. Good start. I mean, he is 3 for 11 this year with fast starts, I think. So that batting average is not very high. 3 for 12. So 25% of the time he's starting out really fast. Um, yeah, a fast start. I mean, I
Yeah,
think
I mean,
4 under
listen,
tomorrow would be a great score. I don't know if he's got it in him, but
I'm getting a bunch of messages about how we're too pessimistic. I'm like, guys,
guys,
we're using the ammo that he's given us. I mean, this is the player who he is. Like, is it possible that he finds it all in 1 week? Absolutely. But there aren't many signs pointing
no.
towards it.
No, I want everyone that's calling us pessimistic to go on datagolf.com, go to his Jordan's page, select events, US Open, Masters Tournament, PGA Championship, the Open Championship are going to come up in the order of which he's most recently played them. And I want you to look at the strokes gained putting column. And you're going to see a lot of red. And it's you can't do anything when that's in the red. And the one time it's been really good in recent memory was the Masters last year. And that so happened to be on a week where he couldn't hit an iron shot.
Yes.
And then you'll scroll to
And
the top of the page. Sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead. You
I
go.
was just gonna say, then you scroll to the top of the page and you see that Data Golf has him as the 37th best player in the world. And you
Which is
realize that the 37th best player in the world, like you would hope they pop a little bit more than
And
this
he's the
37th best player
37th best
does.
player in the world because
But
of his Saturday morning rounds.
yes. No, it's a fair point.
He
And it's like,
backdoors everything.
yeah. And in fairness, guys, the PGA is probably the hardest major to win.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially, I mean, for our guy, just in general. I mean,
yeah,
the Masters and the Open, and then you got the other two. And
yeah.
it's like this one maybe getting to 18 to 20. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Uh,
He's his
we
his game is turning into a game where the US Open is a better chance to win than the PGA most years.
I think that's probably my favorite. The thought is like he's low key turning into a US Open player.
Oh yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
I could see a sneaky backdoor where his career ends, he's got 4 majors and he's got 2 US Opens.
oh
And that feels horribly wrong. But I mean, who knows?
I
Maybe
mean,
he
there's
just
no US Open course more US Open-y than Oakmont. And the guy was not good last year. And he held his own. What did he finish? 5 over? Finished 6 back of the lead.
yeah,
He held
that
his
was a
own
great
around that
week.
golf course.
yeah,
It's a great week.
one of the closer
Yes, great week.
finishes in recent memory.
Yes.
I want to take a look at something real quick. I want to see where he was in the rankings going into that week.
Like Dan makes a great point. Like I could absolutely see him making a 5 birdie, 2 double, 2 bogey round at Shinnecock and being 1 over and right in the golf tournament.
Yeah,
He was 22nd going into that week. He actually was playing some half decent stuff. He had the
yeah.
T7 at the
I don't
Memorial the
remember.
week prior.
Oh yeah, he had the
No,
Memorial.
he was playing all right going into that. I think he lost the driver's swing is what was disappointing.
Yeah.
Carved out a nice Thursday, decent Saturday, and then Sunday was a little bit of a tough finish. But it
Got beat up on the
when
greens,
when the rest of the
unsurprisingly.
leaderboard goes backwards, like I think regardless of the golf course, he's gonna go forward and backwards. But when the rest of the leaderboard also goes backwards at a more reasonable, at a rate that's closer to how often he goes backwards, then he's got a good chance to have a good finish. I mean, talking about winning's a whole different ball game, but
Yeah. I had a crazy stat that I put on my Instagram story Monday that shocked me. This is the lowest data golf ranking he's had at 37th going into a PGA since 2020.
wow.
I was shocked to find that out. He was 36th one year, but he's 37th, and this is the lowest he's been going into a PGA in 6 years.
That feels wrong, but it
I mean,
makes sense.
24 was bad, but he did have Kapalua and um Waste Management
Yeah.
um before. So that's probably why.
Yeah, the T6, that might have been the year he was 36th in fairness, but
Yeah, but he was really bad after those 2 weeks. But he probably just built up a few data golf points.
yeah, he was 36th. So yeah, I mean, he was 36th in 24 and he's 37th now, and he finished T43 that week, and that seems a very plausible finishing position this week.
24 was Valhalla.
Yeah.
I think I remember this.
Similar.
Yeah, similar-ish track. I will say, I think he finished birdie birdie Saturday to go like seven back. And there were talks about a triumphant thrust on Sunday to, I don't know, a 62 to win it.
At what tournament?
Uh PGA in Valhalla. I think he finished Saturday with like three birdies in the last five, and people were like, "Oh, here we go." Like, can it be a Sunday 62? And then it was a bogey on the second. Um, and
I
it
didn't
just,
realize how solid he played the first 3 days at Valhalla.
No,
yeah.
yeah, he was brutally in the golf tournament through 9 holes.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
So that's the other thing too.
Wow.
Like deep down, even when he was at his worst, 2019, 2020, like structurally, mechanically, maybe not mentally, like he still found a gear. There was a
Yeah.
little extra in some of these majors. Um, Obviously 2019 was buoyed by the putting. 2020 was, well, 2020 just wasn't very good by any means. Uh, but part of me thinks that this band-aid that's going to be put on, and mentally he'll be in this golf tournament for 15 holes tomorrow. And it'll be kind of fun.
Wouldn't
I
shock
mean,
me
you
if he
could
got off
hope,
to a fast
right?
start.
Because he's always been someone who had a rough weekend history. He's always been someone who didn't make putts when they had to go in, but he's never been this bad at finishing rounds. It's a really troubling thing because, I mean, he's always been someone who made bad mistakes when it matters. I mean, he won two majors while having huge blunders on the
Yeah.
back nine on Sunday, but he found a way to regroup and finish strong. I mean,
This
when he won the US Open in 2015, he made a double on the 17th hole to basically kill his chances. And then he
the
put a
70
three
yeah,
wood to
this
9 feet.
the 71st hole of the tournament, he threw his three-shot lead away.
Yeah.
I mean, revisionist history on his career is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, we
But
could
like he doesn't rebound anymore. That's the problem.
Kind of box out.
Yeah.
box out. I
Well
will. I
said.
mean, I think he just lost. I don't. Yeah, he rebounded, but he also put himself in a spot where he could afford a couple shots. Now he's
Of
on the
course.
margin.
I don't think he's nearly as good a golfer, but
Yeah, no, I'm not suggesting you're saying that otherwise. It's just like
I do think there's something to be said about it. He used to have a DNA that was very susceptible to bad mistakes in big moments, but he
yeah,
always got through it in some way. And that's something that he struggles with. I mean, he makes a bogey now on 16, and it's very likely 17, 18, another one's coming.
Could you argue that he's a career overachiever?
Absolutely.
I think so, just because he performs better. He's performed so much better in majors than regular events.
He did it at such a young age, but I there's something to be said about the fact that his 2017 Open win is really the most normal win of his career. Like, like he essentially had two real like when he was world number one, like he put himself in position, sure, but you take away that unachievable, no one will ever putt like that again over a 2 year stretch putter, and his career looks a lot different.
Yeah, tough
So
to disagree.
you definitely have to assume the problem is he absolutely has probably the talent that like his career achievements is probably right where the talent is, but his DNA, his swing DNA has always been a liability, I think. He doesn't have a swing that can last a long time in a consistent spot. Never has, really. And I think that's why you absolutely can make that case that he's a career overachiever.
Yeah, I think the three majors is fair though. I mean, he got at Whistling Straits, he played more than good enough to win.
For sure. Of course.
Um, three's fair. I think.
Three
I mean, he's
three is
had close. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Maybe
three's fair, but I also think that has to do with the fact that he was historically a great major player.
yes. Oh my God. Yeah, in the good
I
old days.
mean, I mean, he's like it as the years roll on, it's looking more and more like a Brooks Koepka career. I mean, he has a fourth major. I mean, a fourth of his wins are majors.
Fair point.
He's
Yeah,
not
I
winning
can't really.
tournaments all over the place.
No, not winning tournaments. Period.
No.
Would be nice if we could change that.
one.
It is interesting though. Even if he doesn't win this week, obviously that's the ultimate goal. Can we start to get some momentum again?
Yeah.
Because
When's the last
the
time he
type
had momentum?
after the
Before
Masters. I mean, I think going into the
Well,
Heritage, there's momentum.
yeah, I guess that's true. But
I
like,
think I think the last time I remember feeling like okay, like going into a major,
Oh God.
like I think it was the Travelers when he had to
yeah,
withdraw. I think he was playing amazing golf then. And I was really excited for how he was going to play, and that derailed the hell out of that season. It was a
Yeah.
disaster class to the house. I mean, he overachieved at the Open for sure. I mean, we watched him play that golf. He did not deserve to make the cut, nor did he deserve to finish T40 um, to cash our bet. But 30
maybe
footer
we
on
need to
18.
maybe we need to look at this week differently. Like he's overachieved to be a few under through 8 tomorrow.
I don't know though, Dan. Like he's been a fast starter in the first round, and then it goes downhill later in said round.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd
But
rather it
but
go
like,
south on Saturday.
it'll be.
yeah,
I, I got a tingling that this week though will it will be kind of fun. At least for a few hours.
Weekend chokers still win golf tournaments every once in a while. The problem is he doesn't even get to the weekend because he can't finish the Thursday and Friday rounds.
Yeah,
That's the issue. I mean, there was that year. I mean, that 2019 year. I mean, he was the first round leader every other event. I mean, yes, he made
yeah.
every
yeah.
50 footer he looked at, but he got the rounds to the house. And
It
every
was
time he
fun.
made a mistake, that was a fun year. 2020 after COVID, same
He
thing.
made losing fun.
Yeah.
But losing's not
This is
fun these days.
absolutely the least. Like, if you started watching Jordan Spieth in the middle of last year,
Yeah.
you wouldn't understand how he's got so many fans. He doesn't play a very desirable aspect of golf right now.
No.
And
There's
part
never
of that
momentum
is
in
he
rounds
started to
either.
drive the ball better than he did the years before, so he's not getting out of ridiculous places and hitting recovery shots as much. He's missing the fairways by 5 yards, not 50. But still,
Yeah. I think back to early June of last year. and I believe he was standing on the um 52nd tee of the Memorial Tournament, one back of Ben Griffin, tied with Scotty Scheffler at 5 under, and just how nothing has come of that since. I mean, can you even name his last top five?
Had to be Waste Management last year. No.
That was
PJ
T4.
Cup, Byron Nelson.
Oh, that's right.
Oh
Well,
yes.
where
Lost by 12.
he
I don't
backed
know how he did that, by the way. With
because he
that,
was
with
playing with Siwoo and he just went
Yes.
crazy on the weekend. Um, one more thought here. I know we got a few other things to touch on, but this whole I feel like now is a decent time for it. This whole mention of like DNA and stuff, and he talks about it all the time. Got to get my swing DNA. Got to get back to what I did really, really well. It's like you're a different dude. You're a different player. Like I'll just say like F that DNA and go build new stuff. Like I don't understand what this obsession is with trying to be the guy he was 10 years ago. I think that's part of the mental like thing is that there's this aspect of I need to do some of the things I did well in 2017 to swing it well then. It's like no. Like 2021 you didn't do anything close to that. And you should have won a few, 3 golf tournaments that year. Like
It's a great, yeah.
how about we just focus on hitting the golf ball and becoming and what I think the DNA that should be focused is that Jordan Spieth's an elite competitor, has an ability to bounce back, has a desire to be really, really good at what he does. And part of his game is creativity. And that, like, let that bleed into the swing. Be creative in how you hit the ball the way you want to hit it. It doesn't have to be this whole DNA, yada, yada stuff. And what's funny is I kind of think that's what McCormick would say, McCormick would want. Um, and I think that there's a little bit of
then the
stubbornness
instructor's
from
got to instruct.
the instructor has to instruct. I don't disagree. Look, we don't have to get into the McCormick stuff right now, but ultimately, uh, I think there's too much focus on DNA from 15 to 17 instead of just man, let's just go like do our thing. He's a dad. He's been through a bunch of different golf tournaments. His body's different, like
He has a strong
physically.
grip now.
Yeah,
Used to have a weak right hand, and now he's got a super strong right hand. You can't just go back to the DNA with a different grip.
right. And so swing the club in the way that produces the results. Who cares how it looks? It's just how does the shape come out? How do you feel the shape? How do you see the shape?
It's
I
incredible
just
that it's
don't
that hard for you
understand
to
why we
realize that.
left that in 2021 and 2022.
Yeah. I love comparing myself like I'm like a 2 handicap right now to professional golfers just because it's fun. Because like what I do is obviously not what they should be doing. But I think back to when I moved to Arizona, and the first thing I realized was that my long hitting, long swing was not going to work because you can hit it anywhere in Massachusetts. I had to completely change my swing to an ugly looking, like Rom esque golf swing to keep it from going in the desert all the time. But I figured that out in 3 months. Like I don't understand how he doesn't understand that his swing DNA has to be different than what it was in 2015. It can't be the same.
Yeah.
You
And
have
that's,
you
I
have a
mean,
new
people,
wrist. You played 6 years on a bone chip, which changed your um entire habits. You have a new grip, and you've gotten older. Like the swing DNA is not going to be the same.
yeah, I mean, people talk about getting rid of McCormick and making a swing coach change. And if you go dig up some stories from 6 years ago about how Spieth sort of returned end of 2020 into 2021,
It's crazy that's 6 years ago.
I think you'll
That's just
sort of begin to understand why I'm so much team McCormick for Spieth, even though McCormick doesn't have a great track record outside of the Texan. But um, we don't have to go down that path.
I
That
think
might be a
other
better.
changes need to be made first. I'll say
I think
that.
that might be a better recap um,
by other
discussion.
changes. I mean, the caddy's got one working knee these days.
Yeah, I was just putting Greller through the ringer these days. I mean, can we get an easier bag for our man? I'm not sure.
Get him a push bag, man. I mean, the knee's bad. Like, get more weight off the knees.
Yeah, and the knees in rough
I'm
shape.
not even a pushback, just a different player, a different set of sticks. I mean, this
Yes,
is
I've heard that McLaren's golf clubs are a little lighter.
Jesus. What an interesting man Justin Rose is. Makes changes
Unbelievable.
nobody expects him to.
We talked about this on the Scratch Gambler show. Guy literally lives Brooks Koepka-esque these days. Like, does everything to prepare for the major championships, and in the middle of major championship season, you just change your brand.
The
And he's
McLaren.
played like crap since.
Yeah. Speaking of changes, few folks mentioning like get rid of the blade, go to a mallet. I think that reduces some of the feel from 20 to 25 feet, but if you're giving that all away inside of 5, inside of 10, I mean, trying to think who's the best player in the world to use a mallet right now? Aubert,
Has to be.
but like it ain't the
No, Fitz uses a mallet, right?
what does Fitz use?
I think Fitz uses a blade.
Okay. So
But Fitz also doesn't putt with feel either. He uses a him and Bryson use a very like
yeah,
technical approach.
mechanical blades.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And they both I mean Fitz basically arm locks too.
right.
So
It's a thought. We'll see. Mills has been good in spots this year. He hasn't been good at an M championship. It'd be nice to see Mills perform, is what I'll say. But he Mills could jump on the warm seat in the Dan Camp size pretty quickly if this week doesn't go very well. Is what I'll say. It's a little warning message to Mills.
Yeah, I Mills better get his cup of coffee tomorrow morning. Be ready to roll. Can't be a
Be ready
when
to
the alarm clock hits at whatever time it is tomorrow morning. Can't be the snooze button. It needs to be press OK. Get ready to roll.
yeah.
But yeah, I think that's all we got. I don't know if we want to transition into triple double.
yeah, fine by me.
Yeah. All right, let's
I
do
was
it, Dan.
lucky. I was lucky enough to get away with last week because it was kind of a stinker from all of us. I'm pretty sure, but
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, I didn't gain much on you, Bob. Ludwig helped.
the Ludwig backdoor was huge.
Yeah.
Ludwig wasn't there all week.
No. No.
But I did kind of waste a Rory. I'm shocked that Rory played that bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the good news would have been even if one of us would have used him, I guess. But yeah, it's a
I was
fair
saving
point.
my Phil Mickelson use to the PGA, unfortunately.
So we back. You got two more opportunities this year, hopefully.
Hopefully.
The problem is if you're not first, you could be in trouble.
Yeah, he's a tricky name. I mean if Sinner wins the Roland Garros, it's almost the season of the career Grand Slams.
Yes.
We have Rory last year, Alcaraz, Sinner. I mean, it could be Phil's time at Shinnecock.
No mention of Spieth this week.
No, no.
Who knows? Who knows?
That could slip my mind.
No. Dan, on the clock.
Yeah, we discussed briefly who I was gonna go with, but I think I could potentially get him a little later. So,
It was a funny
um,
name.
was a funny name, but uh, we'll go Colin Morikawa.
Okay.
I don't feel great about it because of the greens.
Wow.
Um, but I do think that he's just hitting the ball really well. Like I think his floor is high. Um, and I don't necessarily like him at the other majors. Maybe would save him for the Travelers, but that feels a little risky. So
This week is so hard. Um, my turn. Hmm. I think I might use the guy that you mentioned, Dan. I don't 100% remember if this was the guy that you told me you would use, but I'm going to use Ricky. I don't remember if that was the guy that you were talking about, but I do think I don't know what the heck's going to happen this week. I again mentioned the course comps Elise gave me. It just didn't help a whole lot. I think Ricky's got a decently high floor this week.
I
The way
I
he's
I, I
been,
was thinking Ricky.
the way he's been golfing his ball.
Yeah.
I don't think I've used Ricky yet.
Got two uses. I'm worried someone's gonna take one of mine that is not one of the higher level players, but
Higher.
um, I'll open my taking with uh, what's the other time I get first pick besides Memorial?
Memorial. Oh, oh, geez. I get uh Byron next week. What's after the Byron?
Colonial.
So you get Colonial, Bob.
Oh, so I get the Memorial. No.
No, I don't think so.
No.
There's a
No, I do.
Schwab.
I do get the Memorial.
You do?
Schwab into the Memorial.
Oh,
Jills.
I might have
Oh
just
no.
screwed Bob over.
Well, no, that's fine because he's already used Shuffler.
That means it goes to me.
Oh no.
That
Um.
wasn't in the math, folks.
Yeah, I'll take Shuffler.
Come
Okay.
on. I mean, that's the
Okay.
smart play.
I mean, I'll take Scheffler and his good friend Sam Burns with my first two.
Sam
Burns.
Burns. Oh my
Burns is slowly turning into a PGA Championship U.S. Open stalwart.
could see it low key.
You haven't used Scheffler yet, Bob, have you?
No.
No, I don't think
Okay.
so. I
I
know
don't
I'm for
think.
sure the only one who's used him twice.
Yeah, I haven't used them yet. Um, Thank you for Bob using Volley Maki, but not Burns. Anywho. And Jordan, Bob, Jordan. All right, so back to me. Hmm. I don't really want to use Rom the way he's been. Well, does the big Spaniard have something to say after the poor major performances in recent memory? How bad was he at the Masters?
It
Was he
wasn't a
bad or
mistake.
just
Well, he was like, I think it was 77 to open.
T38? Playing with Spieth tomorrow morning.
That'll
That
inspire.
yeah, that can't help him, I don't think. Um, hmm. I think I'll pass on Rom. Have I used him twice? I have used Russell Henley twice.
That would have been a great pick.
Um,
Someone asked Minwoo Lee. I could absolutely see Minwoo Lee playing well this week.
Minwoo Lee was the next guy I was going to look at.
Yeah. I don't think I would pick him, but he could absolutely play well this week.
I haven't. He's in shitty. I'm looking at Bob Mack. He's in shitty form. Okay. Um, I'm on the clock here. I'll go Minwoo. I don't. There's no way I've used him twice.
All right.
I've used him once. Okay.
Dan?
It'll be JJ Spawn
John Spawn. Okay.
and shoot.
Wow, the Avalanche series is brutally.
JJ Spawn, and I guess I said I was gonna take him. I'm gonna stick with my gut. We'll go Sepp Straka.
Ah, big step. Okay. He won at Philly Cricket. That would be a pretty interesting, cool story.
Yeah. I also just think like if distance isn't maybe there's a world in which distance isn't paramount here and it's truly like accuracy. Um, the iron play is always good for him. Maybe he starts rolling in some putts. Different style of greens than Truist last week where he didn't putt very well. I will note too, like not necessarily Spieth's best grass this week. Um, so that doesn't bode well for Mills, but who knows? We'll see. Interesting three
So,
names. So
so it goes back to me. I did do like a very brief model. It was very difficult with the lack of good course comp. Spieth was 30th,
I
which
like him.
that seems like a proper small little drop off after the recent play. He was 21st at Miami, 23rd at Truist, and now down to 30th. Um, he's not been great, but I think that's fair at 30th. My last pick, I will go. I think I'll go Rom. It's just there's only two other opportunities to use him again, and I think I will. I'll lock him in, and hopefully he'll play better this week. It'd be nice. Bob, deep in thought.
Hmm. So I want to use him at like do love. Kind of wanted to use him at Shinny.
Must be a live player. Brooks. Could be Brooks.
No, not a live player.
Well, yeah, he's usable twice now, I guess, technically.
Yeah, yeah, he's usable twice. That's fine.
Brooks is
I'm
an
gonna
interesting play this week.
go Justin Thomas.
Oh,
Oh, we've been on the JT train. At least I
Or
have.
I'd love to see him miss them.
could kind of be a JT week.
No, no, don't put that into the air.
Could be.
Great PGA player.
Yes. Glorified PGA Tour event.
That's a good point. How did he
A lot
play
of
here in
lot
2018?
of lot of wedges. We'll see. I don't think his game's quite sharp enough to hoist the trophy, but you already know if he's in contention, whoever's leading is gonna, you know,
That's a good point.
need a new pair of pants. So,
T12 for Thomas in 2018 at the Mink.
yeah.
Oh, I
Well,
guess a trivia question for you guys. Who was the number one player in the world when around a Mink coasted in 2018?
2018 at that time would have been. Ooh. So I think Rose was early 2018.
Rose was number two in the data golf rankings.
And I think, oh, you're talking data golf or you're talking,
I mean, this guy was one in the DG and the OWGR. So
Hmm. Trying to think of how many world number ones there's been in a lot. Not many.
wasn't, no, can't have been him.
Rory, Scotty,
Could have been,
DJ, Brooks.
could have been
you said
Rory,
you said the name, Bob. It was DJ.
Okay, yeah, that makes
DJ.
sense.
I was gonna say, like, was that right before DJ's run? For a moment, I was like, did Molinari get that hot? But because he just won the Open. Um,
Yeah, Molinari was seventh in the data golf rankings, so he was
okay,
up there.
but he hadn't won enough. Yeah, that was
Fowler was sixth.
hmm,
Yeah, I don't think
we'll
he
see.
wins this week, but
Fun week. I'm excited for 8:40 a.m. tomorrow.
If Ricky has a 10-footer when the turn on 18, well, where is your rooting interest lying?
I think it falls.
Yeah, but where's your rooting interest lying?
Oh, it can go. It's fine.
Yeah, I think it depends on
I think
what
Ricky winning would be
Would it force a playoff with our guy if he missed?
no.
95% of me would want it to go. I think if it was like,
There's a little bit of me that would just be like a little jealous and annoyed that the Ricky fans get to experience that, but
yeah, I'm slowly
I
becoming.
don't have anything against Ricky is the problem.
No.
Like I like the guy. He seems like a good guy. He
I think it's
certainly grinds his ass off.
yeah, and he figures out how
Um,
to play good golf eventually.
like it would be pretty cool to see Ricky Fowler finally win a major. It would be a great story.
Yeah, from the Harmon Hook and the Tillery Block to the PGA champ, like
At a run make.
yeah, at the Mink.
Yeah, it would be
Fowler
cool.
in full bloom at the Mink.
And surely it would wake up his good buddy.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
even know
sure.
what you could do to wake that player up.
Uh, I I think the Jet would be fired up by that point, but we'll see.
No, he'd stay around, I think, for Ricky.
It's a
You don't
good
think
question.
so?
Well,
Maybe. I guess. Well, we haven't really talked about it, but week off next week probably for the Byron.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
I wouldn't
Oh,
either.
so he's playing six,
I think so, yeah.
or he's skipping the Schwab.
My gut tells me he's playing six.
I think get the half dozen ready.
Oh my goodness, that's too much. Too
Too
much.
much.
Too much. Too much.
Turn those lights off.
Too much PGA Tour live. Cut it out. All right. That
I
got
could
me
use a week
excited.
off next weekend.
Think that's the most excited I'll be this week is hearing that he's playing six in a row.
New course
Oh,
too. I put in chat earlier, and
We're back at the ranch. That's
we can get
great.
off here in a second because we're getting in a ranch. But the update they've shortened ranch by like 180 yards.
Chills.
I don't know
It was
what
too
they've done
hard.
to make it. Yeah, it's too hard. They must have done something. I'm excited to see it next week because it's going to be a completely different golf course, much shorter, but I assume they in some way made it tougher, which will be fun to see. And
It's back
it's
to the
not, yeah, it's
range.
not official until Friday night, but I think Spieth will be at the ranch.
Chills.
I agree.
Yes, it is chill.
All right.
All right.
That's all I got.
Yep, all I got. Yeah, less than
So
12 hours.
Best of luck, everyone. Be on your
yeah,
best. Be on your best behavior.
yes.
We were pretty pessimistic in this episode, but as long as there's delusion, there's hope. So it's one hole at a time.
And we won't have to wait long tomorrow to really see. So that's good.
No, we
True.
won't. It'll be early.
We'll know by lunch.
We will.
Yes.
That lunch will taste either really nice or really poor.
Be a lunch for Spieth and into the range to hit some balls.
Oh boy.
Next to Hao Tong.
Yes.
Oh.
How Tong. Sneaky. Could play well
Is
this
he in,
week.
is he in the tournament?
Oh
Yes.
Chills.
Prime to contend.
yeah. Oh
Yes. Prime
yeah. A
Hao
major
Tong.
big game hunter.
Correct. It's also, I'm surprised I didn't see him up on the leaderboard for balls hit on the range.
There's no
Maybe his
tracker.
game's in a great spot.
Could be. I mean, you take out Sunday at the Masters and he was dueling with Scotty.
I mean, you take out one hole at the Masters, really.
It's well said. Those bushes will gobble your ball up, I guess, sometimes.
Seen it
He
before.
bounced back with a birdie on 14.
He did.
It's true.
Apparently the
Not how you
pins
start,
were
it's how you
short.
finish.
Well said. All right,
we
that's
go?
all we got.
Yep. Let's get out of here.
We always say maybe a live stream Friday night if we're in contention, but we're never in contention. So we will see.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just see you for the Sunday live pod.
Yeah.
Correct.
The weekend storm.
All right, fellas.
Enjoy the PGA, everyone.
Yes, peace out, everybody.